Hi, this is Tom from the Blue Dot, and today we're going to review the LG Spectrum for Verizon Wireless. This is a 4G device on Verizon, so like all other 4G devices, you'll need a SIM card on their service. This phone is much bigger than the other phones that we've reviewed typically. It's about the size of a Droid Razr or a little bit larger than a Droid X. And you know, I've really liked the way LG has been designing their phones lately, at least the past year or so. Even though they're still kind of losing out to Samsung and all the other big guys out there. But this phone looks really good, really solid. It has kind of a back plasticky sheen to it, but it doesn't feel really cheap, and it's really light. Alright, so let's take a look at the outside. On the front, of course, we have the screen and the front-facing camera. On the bottom, we have the home button, the options key, and the back button. I kind of like how the home button's like this metallic finish to it. Up top, we have the headphone jack, the micro SD charge port, and the power button. On the bottom, the microphone's hidden underneath there. On the left, we have the volume rocker. And on the back, we have the 8 megapixel camera and the flash, as well as another speaker and microphone. Now, it has like this chrome finish on the front, which is really nice, and it just looks really appealing. It's a very simple shape, very simple design, and it feels very light in your hands and everything. I would have maybe chose a different type of back for this, or at least different type of material. It feels a little slippery, so you might want to get a case for this or something. But otherwise it feels pretty good in one hand, though I think this device is better with two. Alright, so let's wake this thing up. Alright, and it has a pretty decent bright screen. It's not AMOLED, but it is LCD, and it still gives off really bright, vibrant colors. LG is known for some of their pretty decent screens. They're not as good as Samsung, but they're really, really close. Now this runs Android 4.0.4, which is Ice Cream Sandwich. Really good operating system. Almost as good as Jelly Bean. Has a lot of the features that you'll find on Jelly Bean. The screen size is 4.5 inches, which is pretty big. You probably won't have a problem reading your emails or text messages or anything like that on this screen. Of course, with a bigger screen comes a bigger phone. As you can see in my hand, it takes up most of my palm. The screen resolution is 720 by 1280, which is pretty good resolution. I mean, when I get really close to the applications here, you can tell like they don't really pixelate at all, and they don't pixelate to the human eye either. This is kind of one of the max resolutions, in my opinion, that really matters to a phone. Once people start getting into HD, I don't think it necessarily matters for phones maybe smaller than this. Maybe for the Note, that screen's pretty large, but in any case, this has a Snapdragon dual-core processor in it, so it's really powerful. It can take pretty much any application out there, as well as multiple at the same time. It has 4 gigs of internal storage, as well as expandable up to 32 gigs, which is pretty standard in most Android devices. Now, because of the 4G, the battery life is a little shorter than the 3G phones out there. It's at about just a little over 8 hours of constant talk, and about a day and a half without, charging it at all, maybe having apps running in the background. Of course, if you turn off the 4G, even the 3G, and your GPS, and you have it in your pocket and just worry about getting phone calls, this phone will last a lot longer throughout the day, if not days. Alright, so let's check out the camera. Because of the nice big screen, you're able to see more details in the picture. All the options are here on the left, including turning the camera around. And you can see me. Of course, you can tell right away the picture is not nearly as good as the front-facing camera. That is because the front-facing camera is 1.3 megapixels as opposed to the back one, which is 8. So if you go into the options, we'll see what other options we have with the camera. Everything's pretty much standard with most Android devices. You can go really high resolution. Images here, and a few white balance options there. Now to switch to the camera, or the video camera I should say, just slide down there. And you get a lot of the same options. Now, this has full HD. It's 1080p, not 720p, so you're going to be getting pretty decent video. Of course, it's still not going to be, you know, movie quality video, but it's still going to be pretty good for what a phone typically used to do about a year or two ago. Alright, so let's check out the text messaging and take a look at the stock keyboard. Alright, this does not have swipe built in, but that's fine. I mean, you could always download swipe or something equivalent to it. I know I talk about swipe a lot, but I just really like that keyboard. As for a stock keyboard, it looks fine. One thing that seems to be missing is the numbers and symbols above these letters, which is really an odd choice. But of course you can just press there and get them just fine. You can probably finagle with the settings a little bit to get it the way you want, but of course it being an Android device, you can download any keyboard you want online. So again, this being a Verizon 4G device, you're going to need a Verizon SIM card. I would suggest going into the store to get it for free. Now it has to be an official Verizon store. I don't know if the affiliates of Verizon who sell Verizon Phones, such as Best Buy or anything like that, will give you a SIM card for free. They may charge you. Also, if you go online, even through the Verizon website, it might charge you for the SIM card. I would suggest just walking in for personal experience and getting the SIM card for free. They'll probably just pop it in for you and get it activated for you on the spot. So if you're looking for a really big screen, 4G speeds, really nice resolution, and a light phone in your hand, this is probably the perfect phone for you. We sell this phone and many others on our website at www.thebluedot.net. If you have any questions, just write them below and I'll be happy to answer them. My name is Tom from The Blue Dot. Thanks for watching.